Now on CoastTV News.
We saw the 70s yesterday across Delmarva, and we'll do it again today. Another warm one, and it lasts into Friday with rain chances increasing too. Details on that, plus your improving weekend forecast is next.
More Delaware gun restrictions. We break down the latest effort in the General Assembly to increase regulations on gun ownership.
Less developed land in Lewis. The plan's being pushed by officials in that city to have more areas dedicated to conservation.
No go for Delaware presidential vote. State making a call on its primary scheduled in just over 3 weeks.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It's March 14th, 2024.
More daylight, warmer weather. Yep. Life is good, my friend.
Especially today. Let's not even think about what could happen on Sunday. Why would we?
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm focused on today, tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay, and maybe Sunday.
Maybe Sunday.
Okay, Sunday's up in the air. To explain a little bit more, we're bringing in First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi. Bob, Sunday's kind of this like, ooh, we're going to see what happens.
The weekends are always like, oh, we're going to see what happens, it seems like. But I think the weekend weather is improving. I'll have more on that coming up, guys. But look at this. I'm seeing 39 in Salisbury right now. It is cold, so we have the battle of the seasons. It's winter in the morning and spring in the afternoons. 42 in Georgetown, 45 in Milton. We've got 50s along the coast. The winds are calm or very light, but the tendency is out of the west-southwest, and that's a warmer direction. We're already seeing mid to high-level clouds building in right now, and we saw them yesterday. And we'll see more of these clouds, but we have a big ridge of high pressure, and that will just warm us up with sinking air. So we quickly warm up from the 30s, 40s into the 50s. By noon, upper 60s to right around 70 in Long Neck. But right along the coast, it's much chillier into the 50s and 60s, but inland around 75 in Millsboro, Salisbury, Seaford. Gorgeous conditions, but cooler at the beaches. Enjoying a good-looking morning for a run, and the winds will be light, and we're looking at a few clouds, and temperatures, once again, quickly warming from the 40s into the low 70s by noon.
I have developing news in Delaware. It's another attempt on gun restrictions. Last week, a bill approved in the State House. It's being described as a permit to purchase. What this would do, it would require anyone wanting to buy a handgun to go through a training and application process. The necessary firearms training must be within the past 5 years of applying for a handgun. According to the bill, people would not have to pay for fees for the permit itself, but they would have to pay for things like fingerprinting and the required training. We wanted to get a feel of how some officials on both sides of this are pushing the legislation, and we find differing opinions.
What it will do is interfere with the rights of law-abiding citizens in another manner, and continues the same tired path of trying to do something political rather than deal with the person instead of the object.
We believe this is the next step in keeping guns out of dangerous hands of people in the state and really helping prevent gun violence in our communities across Delaware.
Bill still has to go through the Senate before it goes to Governor John Carney's desk. Similar gun control bills in Delaware, such as the assault weapons ban, been the subject of lawsuits after they were passed.
The state of Maryland had a similar law last year that also faced an uphill court battle. A federal court struck down the state's handgun licensing law. The court ruled the requirement for buying a handgun were too strict, requiring fingerprints, a 4-hour safety class, and more. And in fact, the court says Maryland's rules were so restrictive they didn't match with the United States Constitution. So in a 2-1 ruling, the judge cited the Second Amendment right.
It's called open space. It's an area of land in a city that has no or little development. And happening today, a committee set up in Lewis will continue work on how to create more open space. It's looking to have trees, trails, buffers, boat slips, all centrally located in Lewis. Committee members say this would include new developments. Part of this is to work on how all of it will be designed. The meeting is scheduled for 12:30 p.m. at the Rollins Center.
Also in Lewis, the city postponed its upcoming meeting to go over next year's budget. The mayor and city council will continue to review changes made to their draft since the last workshop. The proposed budget focuses on safety, children's activities, road work, and improving public spaces like nature trails. The meeting will now take place Monday at 5:30.
Developing news out of Rehoboth Beach, where we are learning more about how the city plans to deal with the $4 million deficit in its proposed budget. Taxes are going to go up. We've reported the tax increases before, but Here's some of the exact numbers. Its budget worksheet shows that raising property tax will add $850,000 more dollars. Increased fees from parking meters and services will bring in over $2 million. $100,000 more from a rental tax increase, and raising the wastewater service rate will make up $791,000. Budget's got to be finalized soon. City's new fiscal year begins April 1st.
Dewey Beach looking to change how it handles marijuana. Currently, the town follows state marijuana regulations, which make smoking marijuana in public illegal. Additionally, you must be at least 21 to use marijuana. Dewey has a $200 fine for breaking this rule, but the state's fine is $100. Town commissioners will further discuss this ordinance on Friday.
Now, here's what is happening in Delaware. We've got some updated information about what's going on with marijuana. Monday, the Office of the Marijuana Commissioner, who's responsible for overseeing the state's recreational marijuana industry, announced new regulations for review. Some examples are testing, sampling, waste, and disposal. An informal comment period for these regulations open until March 29th. And to review the regulation drafts and learn how to leave comments, you can visit our website, CoastTV.com.
Happening nationally, President Biden said he directed his cabinet to review the federal classification of marijuana, and that he's also, quote, expunging thousands of convictions for the mere possession, end quote. That was the first time the president has spoken about the effort since October of 2022. And the administration will bring awareness to the issue coming up on Friday. Among those participating in the event are people who received pardons for prior cannabis convictions.
This morning, police will continue to work on determining the cause of a crash in Seaford. Take a look here. You can see the front of a car wedged underneath the back of that tractor trailer. Seaford Volunteer Fire Department says this happened at Stein Highway and Delaney Street. The department says it took less than a half hour to lift the trailer and get the car out. Also rescue the person who was inside. That person was flown to Christiana Hospital.
People in Ocean Pines will soon be saving more money. The Maryland Department of Environment says those who live in Ocean Pines sanitary service area don't have to pay the $5 monthly charge into the Chesapeake Bay Restoration Fund. The department says the Ocean Pines wastewater treatment plant meets the requirements for exemption. Now each household affected will save about $60 per year, but these exemptions have to be renewed annually.
Ballots and blades are being finalized for the town's upcoming election, and there are 3 seats up for grab on town council. Voter registration deadline is March 20th. The election is on April 1st. We have more dates, times, and helpful links regarding the election on CoastTV.com.
The Delaware presidential primary election that was scheduled April 2nd, it's now canceled. This decision comes after President Biden and former President Trump both obtaining the necessary delegates to clinch their nominations of their respective parties. The primary election for other state offices, such as the governor, U.S. senator, and U.S. representative, that's happening September 10th.
Now I have a live look here at Washington, D.C., a battle brewing in that building between national security and the First Amendment, and a bill that could lead to the ban of the popular social media platform TikTok. It passed the House of Representatives on Wednesday, and it's now headed to the Senate.
And despite the bipartisan support, this has become controversial. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what could happen if that bill makes it to the president's desk.
The future of TikTok is in limbo. Some lawmakers worry China could exploit the data of the app's more than 170 million American users.
This is not about the content, it's about the conduct, and I think it's a serious and direct threat to our national security.
Others on Capitol Hill raise concerns about a potential ban, arguing it would infringe on First Amendment rights and unfairly targets one social media platform.
We have not done anything in this Congress for years to protect Americans' privacy. How is it that Congress acts in a rush to ban TikTok and can't protect Americans on social media?
The bill now heads to the Senate, where its future is uncertain.
Some of my colleagues have already concluded that that's going on, and that's why they want to slap TikTok to Pluto. I'm not there yet. I want to hear what our intelligence committees say.
TikTok influencers are making their voices heard. They say the measure would harm millions of small business owners who use the app to make money. The company's CEO vows to put up a fight.
We will not stop fighting and advocating for you. We will continue to do all we can, including exercising our legal rights, to protect this amazing platform that we have built with you. We believe we can overcome this together.
TikTok's fate now lies in the Senate's hands. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Majority Leader Democrat Chuck Schumer was non-committal on whether the Senate would vote on the House bill. President Biden has said that he will sign the measure if it does pass Congress.
All right, well, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up after much back and forth with the city of Lewis, one family finally tearing down the old and starting fresh. We'll tell you why this project means so much to them.
Also, Delaware has had its run with severe weather in recent years. We're telling you how you can keep your home and your family safe.
And popular pond proposal, we have what is hoped to help boaters in Millsboro. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Spring is here, signaling the perfect time to rejuvenate your lawn. Trust the knowledgeable staff at Johnson Seed and Feed to prepare your yard this season. Our lawn checklist, high-quality seasonal fertilizers, and premium grass seeds ensure a beautiful and healthy lawn throughout the summer. Unlike retail chains, we offer pure Eastern Shore grass seeds with no inert matter added. Don't miss out on our Dunbar, where you can craft your own spring arrangement. Be the envy of your neighborhood and enjoy your lawn with Johnson's Seed and Feed.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Termites are here. Protecting your home starts with Rice's Termite Defense. Rice's Termite and Pest Control has been the trusted name in termite treatment for over 30 years. We start by using the best products on the market, combined with an industry-leading warranty that protects your home year after year. Right now, get $50 off any termite treatment. Call or visit us online at delmarvasbestpestcontrol.com for a free termite inspection. Rice's Termite and Pest Control, where protecting your home is the family business.
Treat yourself to a culinary journey like no other at Benvenuto. Delaware Today named Benvenuto as a 2023 Best of Delaware Dining and Event Restaurant, where the perfect fusion of comfort, exquisite flavors, and a captivating atmosphere awaits you. Our passion for exceptional cuisine shines through every dish as we artfully combine international flavors and fresh, locally sourced ingredients. With stunning spaces and a private room for special occasions, our breathtaking Tuscan design sets the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
6:13 on this chilly and dry Thursday morning. Sun's up in an hour. Boardwalk Plaza Cam saw some folks out here earlier, and there's another person. 53 along the beach, much colder inland. 39 Salisbury, 40 in Del Mar. So bundle up out the door. It is a chilly start, but it warms up quickly. We've got light winds, and we've also got some mid to high level clouds moving in, so that's stabilizing the temperatures, and then those temperatures will rise as we'll see filtered sunshine for today with high pressure in place. Taking the ferry from Cape May to Lewis or vice versa. Looking good this morning. High clouds, temperatures in the 50s, quickly warming into the 60s later this morning into the noon hour, and light winds.
$14 million of taxpayer money going to Delaware community projects. According to the state, in Sussex County, it includes improvements for the Rosa Health Center in Georgetown, Bethany Beach Loop Canal, and Lake Bethany Erosion Project to help restore the land strip that lies between the canal and the lake. Also creating community agricultural facility in Milford. More information on these projects and the cost can be found on our website, coasttvnews.com. A project is in the works to help boaters in Millsboro. The state's Division of Fish and Wildlife looking to modify an existing boat launch facility and create a new 6 by 36 foot fixed dock at Ingram Pond. The pond is along Godwin School Road, and comments on this project are due to the state by March 19th. In Milton, if you notice something flying in the air on Chandler Street near Memorial Park next week, it's probably drones. Now get this, the town says drones will be washing the water tower. According to the water department, the drones are needed to help clean the tower. They're going to use high-pressured water there.
Barbie is headed down the aisle. Mattel teamed up with the bridal industry giant Azazi to create a collection of Barbie-inspired wedding gowns, bridesmaid, and flower girl dresses. Brides can choose from mermaid, column, and A-line silhouettes. There's some of them right there. They all have a variety of necklines. Meanwhile, the bridesmaid dresses play up the bold Barbie pink shades in chiffon and stretch satin. Adidas's Yeezy fiasco has helped push the German sportswear giant to a rare annual loss. In October 2022, Adidas broke off its partnership with Yeezy designer Kanye West after he made a string of anti-Semitic remarks. Adidas also seen falling North American sales and a huge tax bill. The company posted a net loss of $63 million in its core business in 2023. Still to come this morning, Delaware, no stranger to severe weather. We're telling you what experts say now about how to stay prepared.
Severe weather this morning. Severe clear, looking good on the gutter helmet cam. Good visibility, 51 in Ocean View. We're setting up for another warm day in the 70s. We had one yesterday. The streak continues today, and we'll do it again tomorrow. And then there's a cold front that will increase rain chances later Friday, and the weekend not looking bad. I'll have your detailed forecast in 2 minutes.
Who's your best friend now?
Our new boss. He wants to do things his way.
We are screwed.
Are you tendering your resignation?
The victim was a known pedophile.
They found another body. We're looking at the same killer.
Who goes after child predators.
Sergeant Bell, something's going on with Elliot.
I thought you were an obstacle, but you're actually a gift.
Law and Order Thursday, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Are you having one of those days where everything that can go wrong does? Meet Preston, a normal guy with extraordinary bad luck. This is where the law office trap nickel steps in. We've got your back, even when you fall on it. Our skilled personal injury team is committed to defending your rights and converting adversity into significant compensation. Don't hesitate. Get the justice you deserve. The Law Office of Trap Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
It's tax refund season, so put your hard-earned money back into your #1 investment with help from Spicer Brothers.
Need a new lifetime roof, quality siding, energy-efficient windows, or even a beautiful new deck? We got you. Need new gutters or gutter helmet protection? We got you. Dreaming of a luxurious new bath or shower? We got you. Call today and learn how you can save up to 20% on your new project, plus enjoy no payments and no interest for 18 months.
Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Time is 6:18, and here is our live look at Rehoboth Beach. Bob, we are less than a week away from the first day of spring, but it feels like it is here.
Yeah, official start to spring later Tuesday evening. And then the first full day is Wednesday. So, yeah, but it's already feeling like spring big time out there. We had the 70s yesterday and a nice string of 70s today into tomorrow. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. Have the forecast at your fingertips with the CoastTV weather app. Our average high now is 54. We are going to be well above that today and tomorrow. 75 today, 74 tomorrow. The records are in the 80s, so the record highs are safe. We cool it down for the weekend. Saturday, 61. Sunday, 64. That's St. Patrick's Day. I think it's looking drier there, and then much cooler early next week. In fact, cold. Some freezing mornings on the way. We're not looking at freezing conditions this morning, but it is 39 in Salisbury. Inland locations are in the low 40s to get closer to the beaches. It is a little milder in the low to mid 50s. So once again, you're bundling up early, and then you're peeling off the layers throughout the day as we have a west-southwest breeze right now, pretty light, and that will continue to usher in the milder air throughout the day. We have some mid to high level clouds building in, so that will stop the fall of the temperatures this morning and give us filtered sunshine much of the day as we have a big ridge of high pressure, and under that ridge we have sinking air, and that's why it's so warm. You can see it all across the southeast into our neck of the woods, but on the periphery of this ridge we've got storms to Missouri, back into Illinois, and into the Midwest as well, and eventually we will see a cold front heading our way. We're not going to see severe weather like they're seeing, but definitely a change later Friday. So today, it's the big warm-up. We begin in the 40s into the 50s into the upper 60s by the noon hour. It will be cooler at the beaches, so keep that in mind. Middle 70s inland areas from Millsboro to Del Mar and Salisbury with 50s and 60s along the coast. Very mild this evening. We've got some clouds building in through the overnight hours. We keep it very mild into the mid to upper 50s Friday morning, and then we're into the 60s and eventually 70s by tomorrow afternoon, maybe slightly cooler. Then here comes a cold front with showers. The models have been differing on this, on the intensity of the rain. They've gone lighter now, but we could see some pockets of heavier rain tomorrow evening, maybe a rumble of thunder as this front moves through, and then the winds shift to the north as we're looking at, well, not a lot of high rainfall amounts. Models tend to do this. They go between, well, a few hundredths of an inch, and then the next model run could be about 4/10. So we could see up to about 4/10 to a half of an inch of rain with that. We dry out on Saturday, and then by Sunday, looks like we do keep it dry for St. Patty's Day. We had rain in the forecast originally. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast, mid-70s the next couple of days with the showers later Friday, and then a cooler weekend, 61 Saturday. St. Patty's Day, I did take the rain out, 64, and much colder next week. In fact, only 47 by Tuesday, and some freezing and maybe sub-freezing mornings starting on Tuesday morning.
Thank you. And don't forget, Coast TV has a new Facebook page for all of the latest in your news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Visit and follow our new page. Head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan the QR code there on your screen and stay connected with us.
Delaware has been no stranger to severe weather in recent years. Deadly tornadoes have ravaged communities. Roads have become submerged from floodwaters, and hail has piled high enough to shovel. This week, the state is working to educate people on the threats that severe weather poses, and here is what they say you can do to stay safe.
Important to be prepared. If people aren't sure where to start with being prepared with Severe Weather Awareness Week, one of the reasons that we do this is to get awareness of where some resources are. So there is a website, preparede.org.
Severe weather can happen at any time in Delaware, on Delmarva for that matter, but the peak season is from late spring through early summer. It does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know which severe weather conditions, events concern you the most.
All right, let's take a look here. 68% of you say tornadoes are your biggest concern. 28% of you say floods. Just 1% say you're really concerned about hailstorms. And 3% of you saying lightning strikes. We're having a couple more votes coming in right now. Small change there, but still most of you saying tornadoes. That is your main concern. You can still vote. Scan that QR code on your screen. Go to our mobile app or coasttv.com.
Up next on Coast TV News today, Daisy Home Demolition. We'll tell you about a Lewis family's plans to rebuild after tearing down a historic home in that city. Don't go anywhere.
At Chesapeake Home Services, we take the risk so you don't have to. Trust our team with the sale and installation of your new water heater, and if you're not satisfied for any reason within the first year and we can't fix it, we'll buy it back. Making sure you get the best possible water heater at an affordable price, we offer friendly financing options for as low as $55 a month. When it's time to get a new water heater, take the hottest bed out there. With Chesapeake Home Services, we always go the extra mile.
Service sure to make you smile. They always go the extra mile.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Helping people is why I became an attorney. I'm Kelly Geloff of the Law Offices of Tunnel and Razor, and I handle personal injury cases. When I meet with clients, they're usually in pain due to their injuries and overwhelmed by their situation. They come to me because they need someone to help. As your attorney, I will strive to have you feel less stressed and be the voice you need to get you the compensation you deserve. And you'll have me and my entire staff to help you through the legal process. Trust us to be your voice.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show.
I am learning to ski with gold medalist Johnny Mosley.
I think you're ready for a little bit steeper.
No. We gonna find out.
Plus, the Oscar-nominated Minnie Driver.
Thursday at 2 on CoastTV.
Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Throughout history, the Daisy family watched as a house in their family for 60 years gets torn down. The house in the Lewis Historic District raised some debate for the Daisies, who said the home no longer met their needs, so they were asking to tear it down. After multiple appeals in September, a city commission voted to allow that demolition. Dion Daisy says it was a fight worth the family's future.
I'm so, I'm proud of us, right? I'm proud of us. I think our father would have been thrilled to see those hearings and to see his children and my dad, who grew up poor, so poor he had to wait in food lines, to see his educated children fight back against the sport and win.
And the Daisy family will build a new home in place of that one once that demolition is complete.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Tryhe joins us again, and we just keep talking about how fantastic of a day that we're looking for. I know it's a bit chilly now, but once we get into that early afternoon, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's coming, but I think right along the beaches, guys, it's going to be a little cooler. I think we're looking at 70s inland, but right along the beaches, Rehoboth 64, 69 in Lewis, so right along the beaches and about a few miles inland, that's where we'll see that sea breeze and cooler temperatures. But inland, 75 in Georgetown and Millsboro and Seaford and the Eastern Shore, also warm for you. Easton around 73, Denton down to Vienna 75, and then around Salisbury, you're 75, but 69 in Crisfield, and you can see it's noticeably cooler from Chincoteague to Ocean City with middle 60s for you. But we've got some more mild weather to come. A little bit of rain in the forecast. I'll highlight that coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Bob. Also coming up after the break, tackling a potential TikTok ban. We're telling you what's next for the possibility after the bill passed in the House of Representatives just yesterday.
Also, Committee for Conservation, we have the plans in Lewis that are aimed to create more undeveloped areas.
And a permit to purchase possibility. We'll tell you what could change in Delaware for those looking to buy a handgun. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Shift gears for success with the DSN Scholar Athlete Award. Brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva High School senior who excels in sports and in the classroom.
It's tapped home. Oh, what a hit!
They must have at least a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, driven by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
When disaster strikes your property, recovering from damages can be tough on your time and your livelihood. The Restoration Group is available 24/7. Water, fire, and mold damage is our specialty. Our certified technicians and our client coordinator will help you navigate the process and give you peace of mind. When it comes to damage, we don't just restore homes and businesses, we restore lives.
Disasters are temporary, relationships are lasting.
Call the Restoration Group today for all your water, fire, and mold needs.
Life isn't always easy. Sometimes we need a little bit of help to work through life's more challenging problems. At Addiction Medical Facility, we are here for you, believing in your strengths to overcome any obstacle. Whether it's addiction to substance use disorders or mental health issues, there's hope for a better tomorrow. Together, we can tackle what is holding you back. Our medication-assisted treatment combines FDA-approved medication with counseling, offering a holistic approach tailored to your needs. Addiction Medical Facility. Together, we find hope and healing.
Visit Tyndall's Casual Furniture, where comfort meets style and quality meets affordability. And affordability doesn't mean you have to compromise on quality. We are Delmarva's exclusive dealer for Pollywood, the name you know and trust. Pollywood dining sets start at only $9.95, fully assembled and backed by a 20-year warranty. We're also proud to carry made-in-the-USA brands like Casual Comfort and Telescope Casual. Plus, we have a wide selection of wicker by Northcape, all made with aluminum frames. So shop today with the local experts at Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis.
This is Coast TV News Today.
March 14th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley.
6:29 on this Thursday morning. And Paige, you know, on days like to this, I like playing this card.
I know you do.
Sunny and 75, that great song by Joe Nichols. Sunny and 75.
And as soon as I see the 70s, I'm like, Matt, here it comes.
Beach chair.
Matt, yep. Salt there, so there. Something like that.
It's a great song.
It's been
one
a
of my
while.
faves.
It's been a while since we've had sunny and 75. Are we hitting 75 today? Oh, yeah. We are. Are we hitting 76, Bob? 77?
I must be living under a rock because I've never heard that song, Sunny in 75. I know, call me, I don't know, whatever, but I've never heard that song, but it must be a great song because Matt talks about it. We are looking at that mild afternoon, but it's a chilly start. 39 in Salisbury, 40 in Delmar, so make sure you have that heavy coat out the door. 45 in Milton. We do have some 50s along the coast right now. Winter calm inland, a bit of a breeze along the coast, and we do have some clouds moving in, so I think we've seen our lows for the day as these clouds will stabilize the low temperatures, but we have this little band of mid to high-level clouds coming through, much like yesterday, but that's not going to prevent us from warming up. We're going to warm up quickly as we go through the day into the 50s mid-morning. By noon, take that lunch outside. Already 70 in Salisbury, upper 60s to lower 70s, the rest of the inland areas, but it will be chillier along the beaches, so keep that in mind, and much warmer inland with middle 70s from Millsboro and back into the Seaford area. Today's checklist, it is warm this afternoon, and you need the heavy jacket this morning, light or no jacket this afternoon. Break out the shorts and t-shirts as well, and stay hydrated. Starting to get warm out there. Don't need the ice scraper this morning, but you definitely need the shades throughout the day.
A bill that looks to put more restrictions for people looking to buy handguns in Delaware. It's moving forward. People for gun control are hoping it will be signed into law.
Now, others, though, questioning if this bill is constitutional. Coast TV's Charles Reinert breaks it down and shows us what both sides have to say.
The gun debate is firing off in the first state once again. Senate Bill 2, which looks to create a permit-to-purchase system for handguns, has made it past the Delaware House of Representatives.
It keeps guns out of the hands of people who might pose a risk. We think it's critical to saving lives, and we know that this is going to help save lives across the state.
Here's what the bill would do. People looking to buy a handgun will have to go through an application process as well as go through a firearms training program. According to the bill, people would not have to pay fees for the permit itself, but would have to pay for things like fingerprinting and the required training. Jeff Haig, president of the Delaware State Sportsman Association, claims the bill would infringe on people's Second Amendment rights.
The object doesn't make any difference, whether it's a car, a knife, feet, hands, whatever. It's the person that commits the violent act. This issue with firearms and guns has become, rather than is this a good policy position, has become totally political.
This piece of legislation has been in the works for a while now. In Governor Carney's final State of the State address, he said getting this bill passed is one of his goals during his last year in office. This bill would still need to go through the Senate before it could land on Governor Carney's desk. I'm Charles Reinert in Sussex County, Coast TV News.
Called open space, it's an area of land in a city that has no or little development. And happening today, a committee set up in Lewis will continue work on how to create more open space. It's looking to have trees, trails, buffers, and boat slips centrally located in Lewis. Committee members say this would include new developments, and part of this is to work on how all of it will be designed. The meeting is set for 12:30 at the Rollins Center.
Couple of development options up for review in Milford. One City Council is looking at is developing an industrial park. Another is for a development on the east side of Bucks Road and the north of Cedar Neck Road. Council will also be looking at city's money and talk about how to spend it. The city also wants to work on making its electricity supply more reliable and ready for future use. All this will be discussed on March 25th.
Berlin is looking ahead to the future after the release of its annual 2023 report. In terms of public works for this year, the town says it has created a goal to improve trash collection services to ensure town-wide efficiency. Further, the town hopes to launch initiatives to boost recycling rates and sustainability. Berlin also outlined a goal to replace street signs with updated designs for enhanced safety and aesthetics. Another goal for 2024 includes the town focusing on street paving projects to ensure smooth transportation.
In Selbyville, the town is warning homeowners about fake water testing kits that have been circulating in the mail. Get this, town officials say questionnaires are being mailed out to ask people about themselves, their water usage, household water equipment, and the businesses then reach out to those who respond and telling them that their water quality is poor, and they're offering to perform a thorough in-home water assessment for free. However, according to the town, these businesses then try to sell expensive water softeners and other equipment once they arrive at the homes. They're now looking live at Washington, D.C. in the Capitol building. The future of the popular social media platform TikTok, it's in doubt. The The issue deals with TikTok's owner, ByteDance, and its ties to communist China. However, the bill still faces an uncertain path in the U.S. Senate. If passed, it could eventually lead to a nationwide ban of the video app. ByteDance would have 5 months to sell the China-linked social media platform if the bill is enacted. President Biden says he will sign it into law if it does make it to his desk.
Hunter Biden could face trial in Delaware on federal firearms charges as soon as June. That's if a judge refuses defense motions to dismiss the case. This trial is slated to begin June 3rd, and it could last up to 9 days. And it comes in the midst of his father's re-election campaign. Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to lying about his drug use in October of 2018 on a form to buy a gun that he kept for about 11 days.
More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, Diner Dreams in Ocean City. We'll tell you when the new diner plans to open and what old restaurant used to be in the place.
Also, Y-High girls basketball hoping to make program history in advance to their first ever state finals. All that was in their way was a squad from Francis Scott Key.
You probably wouldn't know David Trone grew up on a struggling farm, cleaning hog pens and trudging to an outhouse in winter, till the farm was lost to the bank and David started a business to support his family. Then again, when you see all the bills David's passed to help struggling working families, maybe you would. David will keep fighting to give everyone a fair shake, refusing to take a nickel from PACs and lobbyists who wield such an unfair influence. Unlike most politicians, David only answers to you.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Whatever your struggle, there's hope. Call Homes for Hope to schedule your same-day appointment.
When it comes to building your new home, don't settle for anything less than the best. Bay to Beach Builders is your trusted source for experience, quality, and design. Our team of experts work with you from start to finish to create your dream home. Expect an elevated customer experience with home visualizers, virtual home tours, and technology-inspired selections in our design studios. Visit one of our 2 convenient locations in Greenwood and Ocean View, or visit baytobeachbuilders.com. Your new home journey is a click away.
6:38, beautiful start to our Thursday. It's a chilly one. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp, beautiful red sky. Sun's up here in about a half hour or so. It's 39 in Salisbury, 40 in Del Mar. We're not scraping frost, but getting close. And we've got 40s elsewhere, 50s along the coast. So make sure you bundle up out the door as we're seeing a west-southwest breeze that will pick up and that will really warm us up today. We have some clouds out there right now. They're not going to create anything in the way of precipitation, just a band of mid to high-level clouds, but we are really going to warm things up. Here's your boardwalk forecast. 40s early on, then warming through the 50s into the low 60s. I think you're only into the mid to upper 60s along the coast with 70s inland today. Another way to get your forecast is calling the First Alert Weather Line. Call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Bob, road work to start today in Bethany Beach. The town's working on its corridor project for the pedestrian pathway for Collins Street. Work will begin on Kent Avenue today and continue on Friday and then again on Monday for 4 more days.
What was once the dough roller on 70th Street in Ocean City is now being turned into a whole new diner. Route 66 plans to serve breakfast all the time with lunch and dinner starting at 2 p.m. Along with classic diner atmosphere and feel, Route 66 plans on staying open 24/7 during the summertime. We went to Ocean City to get a feel of how a diner like this will be received, and here's what one person told us.
They had a lot of diners in Philly, not many of them down here. I mean, the closest thing to it is Denny's, but I mean, a real diner Yeah, I like diners, so I'll definitely go to the Route 66 diner.
And Route 66 is looking to open next Friday.
In an effort to improve the beauty and the functionality of its beaches and parks, the town of Dewey Beach is currently reviewing bids for beach raking and landscaping. Town officials say they're looking to contract experienced vendors that'll do a good job for a good price, and the town decides which companies to go with coming up at a meeting on March 15th.
Delaware's tourism office trying to bring national and regional sport events to the first state. And according to the office, new grants will pay for the construction or renovation of sports facilities. Eligible applicants include Delaware-based high schools, colleges, or rec centers that contribute to state tax benefits. Applications for these grants are due April 12th.
Y-High girls basketball eyeing their first state championship appearance in school history and facing Francis Scott Key, who is looking to return to the state finals for the first time in 27 years. Skipping to the third, FSK leading by 18, but the Tribe says, we're not done. Sayla Foreman fights to get the ball back, then drives all the way in for the bucket. With under 5 in the third, Y-High's pass is off Gabrielle Corbin and into the hands of Summer Brooks, but her fast break is shut down by Corbin, showing off her hustle and strength. Next Eagles possession, the shot is off, and Foreman is on the rebound, taking it down and bouncing it to Carlisa Johnson for the finish. The Tribe chipping away at that lead. Now FSK with strong perimeter passing as Caroline Core gets the finish. But here comes the Tribe. Foreman's shot is no good, but Soraya Sanin cleans it up down low and overpowers the Eagles on the rebound as Y-High cuts the deficit to 7. Heading into the fourth, momentum on the Tribe side, but Brooks was unstoppable for the Eagles, lighting it up from beyond the arc. And Y-High fights hard until the very end as Foreman drops 13 points in the contest and Corbin had a team-high 17. But Francis Scott Key goes on to win their first state semifinal since 1997 by a score of 69-49. The Lady Tribe falls short in the state semifinals, but they will look back on this season proudly after winning the region title and also the Bayside Championship for the first time in 39 years. Reporting from Silver Spring, Maryland, for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Michelle Roberts.
Happy Thursday, Delmarva. Here's what's happening today at 4 on Coast Life.
We know our friends at Preston Automotive love teaming up with multiple people throughout the community. We're going to talk about their business alliance.
And we are already helping you plan out your weekend, a place that you can maybe take the kids or just go by yourself. We have a sneak peek at one of the newest movies.
And it's Thursday. That means we are spilling the drama, spilling the tea with our Spill the Tea segment, thanks to our friends at the Spice and Tea Exchange.
All that and more today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
Looking forward to that. Spilling the tea on Coast Life. Beautiful sunrise in progress on our Boardwalk Plaza cam. Sun's up in about a half hour. Gorgeous day on the way. We're looking at 70s again. We did it yesterday. We're going to do it today and do it again tomorrow. We do have a cold front on the way later Friday. Cools us off a little bit with some rain, but the weekend's looking better. I'll have your full forecast in 2 minutes.
JoJo's in Salisbury serves fresh, homemade food in an upscale, family-friendly atmosphere. Enjoy delicious crab dishes like our colossal lump crab cakes or our creamy crab dip served in a fresh baked bread bowl and the best cream of crab soup in town. Try the new Pineapple Blast or wind down with our wine selection, beer on tap, and other cocktails. Have an event? Reserve your private suite or banquet room today. JoJo's Family Restaurant, where family dines together and dinner tastes better.
Are you tired of contractors not showing up on time or not even returning your call? And why are you still waiting for an estimate? Maybe it's because the sales consultant they sent isn't really qualified to make a proper quote, only to find out the contractor isn't even licensed? That's why thousands of homeowners and businesses trust Delmarva's original crawl space experts. At DryTech, we're certified, trained, licensed, and insured. So your crawl space problem gets solved, guaranteed. Call DryTech today for a free assessment.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Florida, part of our continued reporting. We're all safe. Everybody good? Women, children, established.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7. Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew is a good crew. Really fine people are professional and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
It's now 6:44. We are going to take a live look at Laurel. There it is. Ooh, the sky's on fire, Bob, and that's what we like to see because it's bringing some warmth with it today.
Yeah, beautiful start today, and it will be a beautiful day, Paige, as we warm up. We were in the 70s yesterday. We're going to do it again today and tomorrow as well. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. You can have the forecast at your fingertips. Looking at warm days, and the overnight lows will be mild too, into the 40s and 50s. So that means it's going to be frost-free, frost and freeze-free right through the weekend into Monday. So if you have those plants, you can leave them outside for a few days. But then look at the icicles getting longer on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning, where we're looking at a light freeze at that time. The winter chill is back next week, so don't plant those gardens just yet. We're not in the clear by any stretch. Temperatures this morning are cold, almost frosty, not quite. 39 Salisbury, 40 in Delmar, 45 in Milton with Bethany Beach 53, Rehoboth at 54. Winds are calm, a little bit of a southwest breeze along the coast, and this southwest breeze picks up today, and we will warm up once again. We do have some mid to high level clouds over the top of us right now. We had these yesterday. They're not going to prevent us from warming up. Just an area of clouds, but it's a big ridge of high pressure extending from us back into the Tennessee Valley, and that is sinking air with this ridge. And along the periphery, it's some big storms from Missouri up into Illinois right now. Eventually, that front gets closer to us tomorrow. Will not be severe, but certainly some showers and maybe some storms. So this morning, we warm it up from the 40s into the 50s and quickly warming it into the upper 60s. Some places probably already hitting 70 around the noon hours, but much, much cooler along the coast where you will have a sea breeze. And then 75 in Allendale to Milton, back through Salisbury and Seaford as well. But cooler along the coast as we go into the afternoon hours. You're definitely going to need that windbreaker there. It will be chillier. And then we're pretty mild as we go into this evening. We have the clouds and a bit of a southwest breeze, keeping us pretty mild into Friday morning. We're looking at temperatures staying in the 50s, 60s, and eventually 70s again tomorrow. But then here comes a cold front, and the models have been varying on the intensity of this front, now kind of backing off on the really heavy rain, but we'll be seeing showers moving through tomorrow evening, maybe a rumble of thunder at that time, and then the wind shift to the north and it turns much cooler. We had a couple of model runs where we had about a half an inch of rain. Now it's only got a few hundredths of an inch. It could flip-flop the other way as well, but in any case, it dries out on Saturday, and right now Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, does look drier than it was yesterday. Maybe a few clouds moving in later on in the day. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Mid-70s, gorgeous the next 2 days. A little bit of that rain later Friday, and then for the weekend it does cool down. 61 on Saturday, 64 St. Patrick's Day. I took the showers out, and you know the second I do that, they'll probably pop back in again, but we'll watch that. Then much colder earlier next week. Low 50s Monday, only 47 Tuesday, and some frosty mornings as we go into early next week. We'll be scraping frost for sure, then maybe a few more showers by Wednesday and a temperature of 51.
Thanks, Bob. And for more weather updates, again, make sure to pull out the phone, scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
Trauma-informed services in Delaware are set to be rewarded. Governor Carney's office saying the state's now looking for people, organizations, and educational institutions to recognize the Delaware Compassionate Champion Awards. Those nominated should provide services consistent with the Delaware Developmental Framework for Trauma-Informed Care. Nominations are being accepted on the governor's website through April 12th.
St. Patrick's Day, just a few days away. We were just talking about that, and Delaware Governor John Carney has a timely proclamation. It recognizes Irish American Heritage Month. It is set to be signed today. The governor's office says he will be joined by the Irish Society of Delmarva and the Irish Cultural Club of Delaware. It's all happening at Legislative Hall at 1 p.m.
The Ocean City St. Patrick's Day Parade and Festival returns this Saturday. According to the town, there will be some traffic delays and detours. The town says visitors are urged to arrive before 10:30 a.m. Parade organizers are saying you won't be able to park on 57th through 61st Street because that's where the floats will be. And they also say southbound traffic, that will be reduced to a single lane. The parade starts at noon on the Coastal Highway from 57th Street to 45th Street Shopping Center. Looking forward to that. All right, it is 6:49 now. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yeah, our coastal pet of the day cannot wait for the weekend to get started. We got a special treat here. We got Benny, but we also have his brother Diesel.
What?
We are ready for St. Patrick's Day. I know. Look at Benny there. He's all decked out. And like any sibling duo, Benny and Diesel, they do love each other. 1 minute they're barking, the next minute they're just hanging out. And these two decked out dogs, they were sent to us by Tammy and Seaford.
No way Benny has a brother, and we didn't know about this.
Yeah, I feel like we did not know that, Paige.
Oh my gosh, Diesel, 12-year-old Diesel. That's just to the left there. Well, we learn something new every day. Welcome to Pet of the Day, Diesel. We do want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us more photos. Tell us what makes them so special.
Yeah, we got that QR code for you there on the top middle part of your screen. You've scanned that. You can submit your furry friends to us here and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
And beautiful weather to walk the dog this morning or maybe go for a jog. Beautiful start to the day on their gutter helmet cam. 51 in Ocean View, but 40s inland, and it's a big warm up today again. We're looking at temperatures into the 70s. That streak continues into tomorrow. And then some changes with some showers later Friday. And then the weekend is looking much, much better. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
Now is the perfect time to feed suet to your birds to add fat so that it'll help them get through the cold winter nights. My Backyard carries all the products you need to keep your feathered friends healthy and safe. We also have a huge selection of quality hand-picked birdhouses, baths, seeds, unique gifts and decor for expert and novice bird lovers alike. So come on in, I'd love to answer your questions so that you can have the best birding experience ever. See you at My Backyard in Ocean Pines, where it's all about the birds and more.
Discover the lodges of coastal Delaware, featuring 2 exceptional communities with one goal: life your way. The life at the Lodge at Truett Homestead is like being on vacation every day, featuring worry-free independent living and unparalleled amenities with the convenience of a monthly rental community. Moving right down the road, experience refreshing coastal living at the Lodge at Historic Lewis, offering independent living, assisted living, and our Compass Memory Care program. Engage in vibrant activities, build lasting connections, and savor each moment. Visit our website or call today to learn how to make the Lodge lifestyle yours.
20 years ago, Farmers Bank of Wheelers opened branches to serve Ocean City and West OC. Now, we're making it official with permanent locations to better serve our customers in Worcester County. While other banks are closing branches, we're banking on Ocean City's future. Sure, we have a world-class app, but sometimes there's no substitute for helpful, friendly people. Announcing our grand opening on 87th Street, North Ocean City, and coming in 2024, West OC on Route 611. Switch to the Farmers Bank of Wheelers, where people matter.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
It is 6:54 a.m. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. In Delaware, another attempt on gun restrictions. Last week, a bill approved in the State House, being described as a permit to purchase, would require anyone wanting to buy a handgun to go through training and application first. The necessary firearms training must be done within the past 5 years before applying for a handgun. And according to the bill, people would not have to pay fees for the permit itself. They would have to pay for things like fingerprinting and the required training.
President Biden said he directed his cabinet to review the federal classification of marijuana and that he is also expunging thousands of convictions for the mere possession. That was the first time the president has spoken about the effort since October 2022. The administration will bring awareness to the issue on Friday. Among those participating in a scheduled event are people who receive pardons for prior cannabis convictions.
The issue stands with TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance. However, the bill is still facing an uncertain path in the U.S. Senate. If this is passed, it would lead to a nationwide ban of the video app. TikTok's parent company would have 5 months to sell the China-linked social media platform if the bill is enacted. And President Biden saying he would sign it into law if it makes it to his desk.
Hunter Biden could face trial in Delaware on federal firearms charges as soon as June if a judge refuses defense motions to dismiss the case. The trial is slated to begin June 3rd and could last up to 9 days, and it comes in the midst of his father's re-election campaign. Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to lying about his drug use on October 2018 on a form that he used to buy a gun that he ended up keeping for about 11 days.
All right, hey, before we take another final check at our forecast, just a reminder, today's date, 314, 3.14. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, it's pi, the math, whatever, math formula, math number.
Something like that. PI day. Pi day.
Pi day.
Yeah, not
3.14, March 14th.
Yeah, I wish it was more like pizza pie, apple pie. But apparently you can celebrate with both.
I know, a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's
true. A lot of
true.
people make this a big pie day.
I will be eating pie today. Will you?
You know, I don't have it on the agenda, but I might have to.
We should see if Bob is eating pie today.
Paige, will you buy me a pie?
Sure. I would prefer to make you a pie.
Either way.
Either way. Bob, pizza pie or like sweet pie?
I'm thinking of the 3.14. It's the ratio of the circle's circumference to its diameter.
Huh?
That's, yeah.
Thank you.
Pi.
Thank you for explaining
right?
that.
That's what it is, right? Pie. Oh, you're talking about the other pie. I love key lime pie. Key lime pie, pumpkin pie around Thanksgiving. So good stuff there. We are looking at warm weather today, folks. Another gorgeous day, 40s and 50s to start with. We're into the mid-70s. Day part forecast has 76 by 4 o'clock, probably 60s along the coast, so cooler there. Paul Davis, 10-day forecast, mild into Friday. We have a cold front that will bring showers later in the day, maybe some rumbles of thunder. And the weekend not looking bad. 61 Saturday, St. Patrick's Day 64. I took out the rain chances, so once I take it out, it'll probably rain. But we're hopefully keeping it dry and then really chilly early next week. Frosty by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. High of only 47 on Tuesday. Rain chances by Wednesday, then Friday into next weekend as it starts to warm up.
All right, Bob, thank you. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick around.
And for even more news and coverage in Countdown, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Thursday morning pie day, everybody.